11:59. I'm ready to go. Till 12 o'clock. God, I really like doing this. I'm so happy to tell you my little stories and get the feedback I get. So who is this? Good morning. No. Now somebody's calling me. Oh, no. No. So it's 12 o'clock. Good morning. I have to put the volume down of my phone. Hallo Daniela. So this is my cup of today. It just said it's going to make a pause. Why would you make a pause? That is weird. Anyway, in German and in Spanish, I was telling, no, I'm making it. If there's something that interrupts my routine, I forget half of the things I have to do. Okay, so first of all, I have to show you my name, Natalie Kort from the Finca Cancorem. Second of all, I have to show you my cup. And show my name is stupid. I have to tell you my name. Natalie Kort, Finca Cancorem. And this is my cup for today. Blue as the ocean, because I'm supposed to have a walk today at the ocean. Hallo Lasse. Hello Lasse. So my story, and I'm telling little stories every morning from Monday to Friday. Now I got the introduction done. In German, I was saying this morning that I'm very happy I'm doing this little talk, because that reminds me of getting organized, making my eyes, making my lips, making sure I'm well dressed, because if not, since we can't go anywhere, you're like running around in joggings and don't do anything for yourself. So this is a very good thing for me to look at least acceptable. I was going to tell you a story about surprising someone. And this is 5 years ago. I love to do surprises, little ones or big ones. And here's the story. My husband, a Spanish man from Mallorca, obviously, he has been in the military 25 years ago. And while he was talking to me about, or when he was talking to me about his military times, he always... Ines, I can't read this. No, this is too long. I will read this later. So while he was telling me about his life in the military, he always kept having these illuminating eyes and being so happy. And I kept asking him, "Don't you miss those guys, those friends?" And he said, "Yes, I miss them, but I'm not a social media guy. I don't know how to find them. And where would I look for them? I just remember the names." So I said one year, "So what is his name?" And he said, "Luis." And then the next year, not to make it obvious, I said, "What's his last name?" So I got to Luis de la Vega, and then I thought Luis de la Vega in Madrid. And so I got the names, right? And then I started to find them via social media. There were 2 men. I found 2 men, but I only spoke to one. So I spoke to Luis one day and I said, "Listen, Luis, I really would like to surprise Tony and invite you to Mallorca. We have enough space. You can come here." And he said, "What a wonderful idea. I'm going to come because I have 25 years of wedding. And so I will profit and take your invitation." So the big day came. This was in October, and it was even the birthday of my husband. So Luis flew in from Madrid with the entire family, and they got the car from the airport while I was telling to Tony, "Listen, why don't you just sit down? I bring you a croissant, I bring you a café con leche, and then you read your newspaper." And he was like, "What is going on with you? It's Friday. You would be nice like that on the weekend." And I said, "Yeah, but you've been working so hard, so I can be nice on a Friday already." And he was like doubting. He was like, "No, there's something going on." So anyway, so while Luis was coming and I was trying to pretend really cool, Tony was reading his newspaper and Luis came in. And Tony was reading his newspaper, and the movement is so important. So he read his newspaper, he looked to the right, he saw Luis walking in with his entire family. He dropped everything, he got up, he walked towards him, and they were taking each other in their arms, and they were kind of crying a little bit. And this is the moment where I always start crying too when I tell the story. It was so unbelievably emotional because Tony expected everything, but he didn't expect his friend to see his friend that morning. So the men were standing in their arms, they were holding each other. The wife and I, we were crying. The children were like really emotive, was very emotional. And it was a wonderful weekend. It got to one point when the wife and I had our heads falling over to the tables because they didn't stop talking about military stories for 2 days. And they had one thing that gave them a big unit or a big sensation of being very bonded, because they were taking care of the escort of a general. And this is during ETA times. And that general later got bombed by ETA. And the escort guy who took over after Tony had left got killed too, a young man with 22 years. So this creates a big bond if you survive a time like that and you didn't get killed. I mean, if you go to the military, that's a risk you take. But then when you go out, you're happy when nothing happened. So yeah, this was my story of today, and I was just reminding you, or I dare to remind you guys, go and look in the Facebook if there's someone you haven't seen in years. And when I give advice or sentences like this, I always feel a little bit stupid because I'm not telling you anything new. You know all this. But I just dare to remind you. And yeah, surprise, make a surprise. I like being surprised. I'm always happy when somebody finds me. The only bad thing about it is that you realize how time flies and how old you look now. But hello, Jürgen, have a nice day. Yeah, you too. So this is my little speech for today. And I'm going to make a major, brutal change now of subjects. A friend of mine has been in the German TV yesterday, Thomas De Niro. He has received his second organ because his kidneys were going to fail. He already had now 2 kidneys. And Spain is the world champion in donating organs. I didn't know that. By birth, you give your organ. You give your organ, and you can only reject by handing in the paper that you don't want to do it. So since I've known this since yesterday, I'm going to check my situation because I'm not a Spanish citizen, and maybe you guys want to check that too. I think that's just that's a brilliant thing. Ich schaue dir immer gerne zu, Schatz. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you very much. I wish you guys a nice Wednesday. Aschermittwoch, alles vorbei. And I see you guys tomorrow. And now I'm getting out of this dark room into the sun. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.